Hi guys, fireside chat time. It's been a really difficult couple of weeks. We've had the market go sideways. I've just looked at the last month. We're down by 0.1%. So like it's like 100th% we're down by over the whole month. And people are carrying on like we've dropped 80% or something. Like it's just insane. So I just wanted to talk to you about the time we're in and why the things that why these fudders and trolls are attacking us right now. We don't know how many people it is. They keep making multiple accounts. We can't. Discord has no way of actually controlling accounts, so we can't link unless we KYC everyone, which we've talked about. But considering that is almost the opposite of what crypto's about, we've decided not to do that. Unfortunately, without KYCing, it allows people to make multiple accounts and then they can look like they're 3 or 4 people or 5 people. And if there's 2 of those people working together, then that's 10 people they can look like, and they're causing, looks like disruptions in the group, which is so frustrating. If you actually look at the grammar and you look at the way they speak, there's at the most we work out it's 2. So very annoying. We've tried banning, we've tried not banning, and this is just going to be something we're going to have to live with, and it's very annoying. I think using ship analogies, my favourite thing, I think we are in the calm before the storm. The storm being a good thing that's going to give us great winds to push us to where we need to go. The storm being the heat of the market. And I'm just looking at Bitcoin here on my chart. Just bring up Bitcoin. Actually, just bring it over here so you can see it. If we just bring in and make the channel, where's the channel? So here's the Bitcoin channel. So there's the Bitcoin channel, slightly down since the all-time high. All right, so the all-time high was 73,483. So there's our all-time high, and we've been pushing up to the all-time high and having rollbacks resistance. So, which is totally normal, totally natural for this side of the cycle. This is the 3 months to 6 months after the halving, and this area, I call it this is the hardest part of crypto. Living through this time, we all hoped that this might be different, that at this time here, we were going to see a bit of a pullback and then bang, off we went, racing up here. And it's just not happened. It's just done exactly what it's done the last 3 times. And for those of you that don't understand how the market works, it works in a very simple way. And that is that Bitcoin is the golden child. So Bitcoin gets all of the love, all of the money first. And when Bitcoin finally fails, so what we call roll off its top, so it rolls up to a top and it rolls off. When Bitcoin finally fails, that's when we actually see the altcoins pump. So it's really frustrating when people talk about our chart and they talk about how, let me just bring that up again. It depends where you look at our chart from. So this is where we had our new coin listed. So it was listed at 0ld3ULL. So when we changed the coin, so we've already had a big run up. We went up a 10x there. So there's a 10x just here. And then look what happens. It falls back for a long time. And this is outside of the bull run. So in the bull run, we're going to see the exact opposite of this. It's not going to be long times down and short times up. It's going to be massive rocketing up, and then it'll roll off the top. So then we have this long period here. So that was from July all the way down to November, October. The coin price just slowly fell away. This is totally normal for small altcoins. Then we had our push up to our all-time high, and now we've had a fallback over this last few months. So this is totally normal. And as you can see here, there's actually a real bottoming here. This is really strengthening out at the bottom. It's holding well above 0.001, like 8, 1.7, 1.6. So it's got real strength in here. And we're just waiting now for Bitcoin to get its act together. And once Bitcoin gets its act together, and everyone's saying that's in the next couple of months, everything should take off and move in the right direction. So we've got to just be patient. So this is the calm before the storm. All the crew members are waddling around on the deck. They're bored. They've got nothing to do, and they're worried about what is going to happen. And some people are just, they have some sort of deficiency in their brain where they feel that like trolling in here is a good way to actually make the time pass. And I suppose these are those people you see in the movies, you know, on ships that are, you know, behind the scenes, they're trying to stir up a mutiny behind the captain, you know, because, you know, oh, if I was in charge, I'd be doing this, or if I was in charge, I'd be doing that. And, you know, the reality is there's nothing to do. The ship's just becalmed in a calm. So that is where we are. We're just becalmed. All the marketing money in the world, all the interviews, all the influencers, all that stuff would not make any difference whatsoever to where we are right now unless we literally had like $1 billion to spend, which, if you didn't know, we don't. So let's just reiterate where we are, what we are, all right? Playable Games is perfectly situated, and I do mean perfectly situated. We are smiling to ourselves, the founders, at how lucky we are to be in this position. We have Gala 4 years in front of us, so they started 2.5 years before us, but they started, they've had a full bull run where we haven't. So they've had a full bull run, and we can look at what happened to them. And interestingly, their price at the beginning of the bull run was 0.02, same as ours. So we've got a very clear map to follow on what will most probably happen. And if you go and look at their map, you'll see they went to 1 cent, all right, somewhere around mid-2020 in today's terms. So this is take 4 years off, it's 2020. So around about mid-20, they went to around 1 cent, and they stayed there almost all year. And near the end of 2020, they went up to 3 cents, and then they fell back again. And then in 2025, they had that massive run up, all right, down into November. They had that massive run up to 84 cents. So we're still a year to 18 months away from being at the rocketing part where the thing's getting really exciting. This is the time to be accumulating, all right? All you have to do is decide whether or not we have a good project. So let's go through the good project. Let's bring this over here. All right, so let's have a look at this. All right, so why Playable Games? Well, the first thing is you've got to look at what industry you're in. And the reason the gaming industry is going to do well this cycle is because most people understand it. Most people understand what gaming is. They understand that young men are going to get excited about gaming and they're going to want to play games. All right, and we also know that who are the majority of people who play games? They are young men. All right, unless you're talking Candy Crush, where it's 90% women. Other than Candy Crush, pretty much 90% of gamers are young men. All right. Now, who are the people who get involved and support crypto? Oh, hang on, young men. Young men like gaming. Young men like crypto. Never before in the history of mankind has there been a better pair of bedfellows than that. That's going to be the best of friends. These two things together, gaming and crypto. Is it going to be a one cycle thing? Absolutely not. Next cycle in 4 years' time, we're going to have people saying, oh yeah, the gaming narrative's still here. Because gaming's going to be bigger and better. With AI coming, the games coming are going to be amazing. And with universal income coming, which is most probably going to happen because of AI and bots coming in, robots, we're going to have millions and millions of Westerners on universal income. The easier jobs for a robot to do, like packing a shelf or driving a truck, or those sort of jobs will be taken first, and those people will most probably be put on universal income. And guess what they're going to be doing with their spare time? They're most probably going to be playing games. So are we in the right industry? Yes, we're in the right industry. Gaming is going to be a staple thing for the next several cycles, but this cycle in particular, it's going to be a major narrative. AI, which by the way, there's no AI crypto companies that have done anything yet. they're all just selling a dream. All right, so there's no AI companies that have actually done anything. And gaming companies, we're one of the first to actually have one full game out. We've now got a second full game in closed beta, soon to be open beta, and we've got a third game coming which will be in open beta, and by the end of the year we'll have Dogs of War out into closed alpha, and War of Steel. So we're going to have 5 games by the end of this year. So when the market truly starts to pump, we're going to have 5 games out. There will be no other company out there that has 5 games actually playable, proper PC games that I would spend a couple of hours each day playing every one of them. So like, we're talking a really, really exciting position for us to be in. And we've taken 2 years of really hard work to get here. Are we adding something to this industry? Yes, we're bringing true games and we're adding true play to earn to it, play and earn. All right, so we're going to take the normal thing that people love doing for fun and we're going to make it an opportunity that you can actually add money to it. Hello, this sounds really cool. If I wasn't involved in this, I'd be looking at this going, hang on, that is really cool. All right, is the team doxed? You know me, you can look me up on LinkedIn, you know my wife, you know my family. Our whole family is fully doxed. We can't run away with anyone's money. All of our team is fully doxed. That's part of the criteria of joining Playable Games. You have to be fully doxed. We actually didn't hire someone the other week because they didn't want to be doxed. And we said, well, I'm sorry, you can't be in Playable Games if you're not doxed. That's the rule. Because people need to know that they can trust us. They need to know that we're here and they can find out who we are and where we live. All right? And we are honest, reputable people. And we are doing our best to give an honest and reputable business to everyone who's involved. All right, proven competence. Yep, well, that's up to debate, whether we're competent or not. Time will tell. So far, so good. We've done really well. We've managed the money really well. We've made sure we've got through the bear market with several million still in the bank. All right, so we are actually well positioned for the bull run. And we're going to then end up at the end of this bull run with, whatever, huge amounts of money to spend on gaming. So it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Resilience, have we made it through a bear market? Absolutely we have. And not only made it through a bear market, we've come out strong. We've actually come out not almost dead. We've actually come out having built games, having moved forward. And are we communicating with you? Are we talking with you? All right? That's probably one of the most important things. I take the time to do these sort of things. I've just been watching the FUD on our general chat right now, and someone saying that, four game top level game people have left. That must mean the whole company's rotten. And as I replied, well, firstly, you might need to learn maths before you start delving into really deep issues on things. But we've only had 2 people leave. One of them was in charge of our whole team, and he told us he could build the whole team, and unfortunately he got poached. And whatever the deal was there, whether he was offered more money or whether he was offered a better deal or whether he got given more autonomy, who knows what the motivating factor is for why he left. But he chose to leave because of those motivating factors. Does that hurt Playable Games? Of course it does. We would love for that still to be going and be in a great relationship with Daniel and his team, and to not have gone through the last 6 months we've had to go through rebuilding teams, hiring new people and doing all that sort of stuff. So the other person that's left is Nicholas, and Nicholas had a short meeting with us not too long ago and said I wanted to pursue some other things, and whether he's been poached or whether he's got another different thing to do, or who knows, I don't know. We don't ask these guys for blood sworn testimony on what they're going to do. We have to, as business people, just accept that they have a desire to move on. And does 2 teams in 2 years mean that we're a terrible company to work for? Well, I don't know. Maybe you should ask the other 38 people that haven't left in the last 2 years. All right, so we've been slowly adding people over to the team. We've got 40 people now in the team, and they're still here. So I don't think we're that hard to work for. I truly believe it's just pursuing opportunities, and that happens. I've certainly left jobs in my time when the opportunity was bigger, the grass was greener on the other side, and sometimes that was the right decision, sometimes it was the wrong decision. You got to just live with what happens. All right, and the final thing is that I really believe we're in the right spot. And I'm just asking you to hang in there. And we're going to deal with these fudders the best way we can. They're annoying, they're childish, they don't have great reasons for anything, they just throw stuff out, they make stuff up. And we're trying our best to handle it in Discord. I am 58 years old and I do get fucking grumpy sometimes. I'm sorry about that. I got accused of bullying someone the other day. And again today that word's been used, oh, you're just bullying me, that's why I had to use multiple accounts. I'm sorry, sweetheart, sprinkle some fucking concrete on your cornflakes and toughen up, all right? If you think this is bullying, you need to grow up when I grew up. Bullying is when three people walk into a room and beat the living shit out of you. That is bullying, all right? Bullying is when you join the army and they have initiation processes that are horrendous. That's bullying. Bullying is really bad. Speaking sternly to someone because they're lying about your project, and by the way, this is my project. My family runs this project. We truly, truly believe in it, and all of our finances are in it, all of our time is in it, all of our love is in it. So when you come in here and shit on it, I take it personally. I actually do get upset, I get angry about it. And the old, oh, it's just business, it's not personal, that's a fucking bullshit excuse used by people who don't have any heart. All right? So, you've just got to get through this, and it hurts me when people do this sort of stuff to us. I understand they're childish and they're immature and they're just striking out because they're angry, but it still pisses me off. So you're going to see that sometimes in the Discord. We're all going to have to live with that. My family knows who I am and we laugh about it when I'm not cross or grumpy, but that's just how it is. So hang in there, put up with me. I'm the old grumpy one. The old, fat, bald, grumpy guy. Happy for you to call me that. Totally deserve it. And let's move forward. Looking forward to the end of this year. I am absolutely so excited for what September, October, November is going to look like. And then obviously next year is going to be the king hit. So destination locked in, crew in great shape. Game's looking really good. Look to our cargo that we got on the ship, looking really healthy. All good. I'm the old bull signing out. Cheers.